Tuesday, December 9th, 2025, the AGNDD intelliReport topic, Coventry Ring Road. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated article-based video. Discover Coventry's Ring Road, a 2.25-mile dual carriageway loop around the city center, shaped by wartime destruction and visionary post-war planning. The Coventry Ring Road, a 4,053, is a 2.25-mile, 3.62 kilometers dual carriageway loop encircling the city center, enclosing landmarks like the cathedrals, Coventry University, and shopping precincts. As a complete primary route, it has no defined start or end. Starting clockwise from Junction 1, northernmost at grade roundabout with B 4113 Foles Hill Road and Tower Street, it proceeds to Junction 2, grade separated with Hales, White, and Bird Streets near Pool Meadow Bus Station. The road elevates as Swanswell Viaduct to Junction 4. Junction 3, easternmost, connects to a 4,600 Sky Blue Way to M69/Leicester M6, a 428 Rugby, and a 444 Nuneaton. Junction 4 links to a 4,114 London Road to a 46/M40 South, a 45/M45/M1 East. Junction 5 accesses B 4544 New Union Street and Chalesmore. Junction 6, southernmost, joins a 429 Warwick Road, Kenilworth War Memorial Park, University of Warwick Railway Station. Continuing northwest, Junction 7, B 4101 Butts Road to Earlsdon, features Moat Street flyover. Junction 8 underpasses a 4114 Holyhead Road to Birmingham. Junction 9, B 4098 Radford Road, includes Hill Cross flyover returning to Junction 1. Coventry's road network originated in the Middle Ages, stabilizing by the 17th century. In the 19th century, development lagged due to funding issues, though Thomas Telford's advanced London Holyhead Road, 1827 to 1830, became a key route via the city. Rapid 20th century growth, driven by automotive and aviation industries, strained medieval streets. City engineer Ernest Ford led 1930s modernizations, including Corporation and Trinity Streets, demolitions, an inner ring road, and southern bypass rerouting the A45. In 1939, architect Donald Gibson proposed radical plans for a new civic zone. The 1940 to 1941 Coventry Blitz devastated the city, prompting reconstruction. Gibson's comprehensive redesign, emphasizing ring roads and modern architecture, was adopted over Ford's conservative approach, influenced by Lord Reith's bold advice. Gibson's updated 1945 plan featured in the Coventry of the Future exhibition. Work began in 1946, with Broadgate transformed into a green square. The first phase opened in 1948, including a Lady Godiva statue added in 1949. In 1941, Donald Gibson proposed a system of radial and ring roads for Coventry, centered on a civic center, utilizing widened existing roads linked by roundabouts. His 1945 Coventry of the Future plan shifted the inner ring northwest to Broadgate, designating nearby land for industry, and added middle and outer rings plus an inner circulatory loop. Despite initial government rejection for encircling too much city area, the council argued for the alignment to preserve business access. By 1948, after minor tweaks including 9 roundabouts, the 2.25-mile dual carriageway design was approved, featuring cyclist, pedestrian lanes, and at-grade junctions. Post-war funding shortages delayed construction, prioritizing bomb-damaged city center rebuilding through the 1950s. Gibson departed in 1955. Successor Arthur Ling advanced pedestrianization while highlighting traffic woes. Amid 1955 to 56 government cuts, full ring road approval was denied. But in 1957, the council submitted a 6-stage plan for the entire route, estimating 7 years. The first stage of Coventry's Ring Road was a 439-yard, 401M section from London Road, now Junction 4, to Quinton Road, Junction 5, aimed at easing congestion on nearby streets. Inspired by Gibson's 1940s plan, it featured 24-foot wide carriageways, 12-foot cycle tracks, and 8-foot pavements, designed as a surface-level linear park. The Ministry of Transport, MOT, approved it in December 1957, funding 75% of the £310,000 cost, about £9.4 million in 2023, citing Coventry's Blitz City status. Property acquisitions via compulsory orders began in 1958, with demolition starting in April 1959, affecting pubs, houses, and shops. Some elements, like stone sets from St. John Street, were reused. Construction commenced on July 1, 1959, by Pirelli contractors. It involved laying power cables, a crushed stone and concrete foundation, and tarmac surfacing. Sodium lights on 35-foot poles were installed. The stage opened on December 23, 1959, with Lord Mayor William Henry Edwards officiating, initially using traffic lights at ends. Stage 2 of Coventry's Ring Road project approved in November 1958 with a £232,000 government grant, rising to £535,445 total, included two parts: a new 480-yard road from Hillcross to Swanswell Terrace and a roundabout at the eastern end of Stage 1. The road featured cycle paths, pavements, and a Bishop Street junction. Demolition began in March 1960, uncovering a 14th-century city wall section and watchtower preserved after archaeological work. Construction started in July 1961. The southbound lane opened on the 22nd of August, northbound on the 8th of November, with temporary junctions. The roundabout at London Road and others faced objections from businesses, leading to plan changes. It required demolishing Paradise Street houses and opened in December 1960. No opening ceremony occurred. Traffic began immediately upon barrier removal. In 1960, Coventry Council, recognizing insufficient data on long-term traffic needs, conducted a survey revealing a projected 150% rise in light traffic and 75% in heavy traffic over 20 years. Deeming original ring road plans inadequate, especially with 9 roundabouts likely causing congestion, they opted for grade-separated junctions, validated by the Road Research Laboratory's weaving distance formula. By 1961, a policy review questioned the ring road's divisive impact on communities. A decade-long citywide traffic study ensued, confirming the ring road's continuation but with major redesigns: grade separation, wider lanes, slip roads, and an elevated motorway style, abandoning cycle paths and the linear park idea. Post-completion plans included Y-shaped suburban urban motor roads, one north-south, one east-west, offering dual carriageway links to the Ring Road, A45, A46, and M6 motorway, addressing growth into the 1980s. Summary of Coventry Ring Road Stage 3. The third stage of Coventry's Ring Road, built on the western city center from Holyhead Road to Queen's Road, featured the first grade-separated section. It replaced low-cost housing and factories, completing Junction 7 with the 1,000-foot Moat Street flyover using cost-effective steel girders amid an industry downturn. This divided Spawn Street. Compulsory purchases occurred in August 1961, with demolition starting September 1962. Construction involved Dorman, Long and Company for steel supports, McKinney Foundations for piling, and initially G.R. Yeomans for carriageways. Yeoman's contract was terminated in December 1963 due to delays, poor work, and finances. Galliford and Sons completed it. The flyover finished in November 1964 but opened in May 1965 after delays linked to the incomplete Butts Radial. A central roundabout car park served GEC workers by August 1965. Accompanying links included the Butts Radial, July 1965, May 1966 by Turriff Construction, for southwestern access with pedestrian subways, and Croft Street, opened July 1965, connecting to the inner route at Queen Victoria Road. The fourth stage of the Ring Road project completed the missing link between stages 2 and 3. including junctions 8 and 9. It connected at Holyhead Road and overlapped with Stage 3 work. Galliford served as principal contractor, with McKinney handling piling, Dorman long steelwork, and PSC post-tensioning. A 1962 steel order was vetoed by the government, raising costs by 1964. Compulsory purchases were approved in 1963. Preparatory work, including sewer rerouting, began in October 1964. Holyhead Road was severed in 1965, enabling Junction 8 construction. Steel girders were erected from May, completed by November. The Radford Radial opened in February 1966, linking to Radford Road. Slip roads activated in June, creating a bypass from Junction 6 to 1 via Moat Street flyover. The Hill Cross flyover and Holyhead Road underpasses opened on the 18th of July 1966, 3 months early, restoring full traffic flow. Stage 5 of Coventry's Ring Road formed the eastern link between Junctions 1 and 4, incorporating Junctions 2 and 3. It crossed the River Sherborne over an artesian aquifer, necessitating an elevated carriageway and river culverting under Junction 3, extending a 1950s culvert. Due to rising steel costs, pre-stressed concrete supports were used, with a Leo 3 computer aiding load predictions. At 1,200 yards, 1,100 m long, 950 yards elevated, it cost £4.6 million, equivalent to £82.1 million in 2023. Plans emerged in June 1965. Galliford won the tender in 1966. Despite a spending freeze, a £3.2 million grant was secured. Construction began March 1968. Involving culverting, weekly column erection, and installing 765 concrete beams, up to 82 feet 41 tons, via cranes. Surfacing included decorative sky spar slabs. The Junction 1, 2 stretch opened August 1969. Full completion followed on the 4th of June 1970, enabling city center circumnavigation, though some drivers stuck to old routes initially. The final stage of Coventry's Ring Road, south of the city center, completed the loop by linking junctions and rebuilding part of Stage 1 to full standards, replacing sections of St. Patrick's Road and adding Junctions 5 and 6. Estimated at £5.5 million in 1971, equivalent to £98.2 million in 2023, it was largely government-funded. An early plan to widen A429 Warwick Road was dropped due to opposition over losing 47 trees. Compulsory purchase orders issued in 1969 led to a 1970 inquiry approving the project despite objections. 2 monuments, the Coventry Martyrs Memorial and James Starley statue, were temporarily stored and relocated. Opened on the 19th of September 1974, amid a dispute between Coventry City Council and the new West Midlands County Council over ceremony leadership. Lord Mayor Dennis Berry cut the tape, praising officials but noting delays that extended the project from 6 to 14 years. Total Ring Road cost £14.5 million, equivalent to £190.9 million in 2023. Coventry's Ring Road has seen various urban renewal efforts since 2004, focusing on its barrier effect in areas like Swanswell. Initial plans proposed options like removing Junction 2, replacing elevated sections with surface streets or tunnels, or minimal changes. Surface streets were favored initially, but by 2007, Junction 2 removal was preferred, with no action as fallback. By 2017, plans noted Junction 2 removal as an opportunity, but the road remained unchanged by 2022, with refurbishments adding "Welcome to Coventry" signage. In 2014-15, Junction 6 was redeveloped for £14.9 million, replacing the roundabout with a 110-yard deck, linking the railway station to the city centre via Friargate District. It hosted Moto Fest racing shortly after opening. In 2021, air quality mandates targeted high No-2 areas like Spawn End. Responses included redesigning Junction 7, completed 2023, removing roundabout for direct access, and a proposed Junction 8 link, though the latter faced delays due to land and school opposition as of 2022. The Coventry Ring Road encircles the city center as a mostly grade-separated loop, except at Junction 1, with short 300-foot weaving distances, pioneering small-scale urban grade separation and weaving. Sections like Ringway St. Nicholas retain pavements and a cycle track while pedestrians use bridges and subways for access. Though not a motorway and legally open to cyclists, it's deemed too dangerous without dedicated lanes. Junctions vary. Elevated ones at Moat Street and Hill Cross feature roundabouts, slip roads, and viaducts for visibility, with steep 5.5-7.1% gradients prioritizing weaving space. Junction 2 has unique curved loops under the carriageway. Early plans for bridges to rooftop car parks were scrapped for cost. Instead, 10,000 spaces were added, including under elevated sections and inside roundabouts, with long stay near the Ring Road and short stay near shops. A coach park sits within Junction 2's loops. The Coventry Ring Road is hailed as a success by city officials and engineers for its low congestion, safety, and efficiency beyond its 1981 design life, as noted in a 2009 documentary. However, critics like architects Caroline and Jeremy Gould argue it divides the city center from suburbs, with unsafe, detour-heavy pedestrian subways reducing green spaces. Recommendations include reimagining it as a boulevard with better connections. A 2006 survey highlighted residents avoiding subways, leading to recent redevelopments eliminating some for direct paths. As a rare completed British ring road, it draws research interest and mixed reviews. BBC listed it among England's worst in 2014 for navigation difficulties and isolation effects, yet opinions divide. Some praise its speed, likening it to a roller coaster or scalextric track. The 2015 Disappear Here Poetry Films project, funded for Coventry's UK City of Culture 2021 bid, explored its cultural presence akin to ancient walls. Thus, Coventry's Ring Road embodies post-war resilience and visionary planning, encircling a revitalized city center for generations to come.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD intelliReport, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.